instruction to manipulate data, and enhance the proper functioning of the hardware components. It is designed to exploit and provide the potential capabilities of the hardware to the user. It converts data into information and allows users to use the computer in different ways. Computer programs are written by human beings, like you. This means that the person who writes a program also decides on its functionality and behavior, which explains why two programs that are supposed to do the same thing don't do it the same way. This is why, regardless of your expertise, you need to be acquainted with a particular program in order to make better use of it. The fact that you don't know a particular program doesn't say anything about your intelligence or lack of it. It simply means that you are not familiar with that program. These programs are usually stored and transferred via the computer's hardware to and from the CPU. Software also governs how the hardware is utilized, for example, how information is retrieved from a storage device. The interaction between the input and output devices is controlled by software called the Basic Input-Output System (BIOS) software. Software as a whole can be divided into a number of categories based on the types of work done by programs. The two primary software categories are system software and application software. System software: this refers to a set of programs that facilitate the optional use of the hardware systems by coordinating them. It consists of programs that start up the computer and perform some utility functions such as checking and getting the computer ready for use. They are usually written to accomplish loading, execution, storage, and retrieval of files from, into the computer. They are basically operating system, utility software, and language translators. Operating system: an operating system is a program that acts as an intermediary between the application programs and the computer hardware. You cannot directly use computer applications or programs with computer hardware without a translation system between the hardware and the applications. This translation system is called the operating system (OS). The Windows or Mac OS works behind the scenes to run your computer, i.e. the software and the hardware. It tells the computer what to do when it starts up and keeps track of your documents, files, and other software. It also provides the standard user interface component, like menus and the desktop, that you see when you look at your computer screen. Both the Windows and the Mac OS operating systems use a graphical interface, pictures or icons instead of text, that allow you to immerse yourself in multitasking, accessing multiple applications and files simultaneously. You work with Windows C in this interface. These windows are a series of boxes, which can be opened and closed as needed. We shall be using Microsoft Windows operating system as it is the most common on the personal computers. There are various types of Microsoft Windows. A type of Microsoft Windows is referred to as a version. Examples of versions are Microsoft Windows 3.3, Microsoft Windows 95, Microsoft Windows NT Workstation, Microsoft Windows NT Server, Microsoft Windows 98, Microsoft Windows 98 2nd Edition, Microsoft Windows Millennium, Microsoft Windows 2000 Professional, Microsoft Windows 2000 Server, Microsoft Windows XP Home Edition, Microsoft Windows XP Professional, and Microsoft Windows Server 2003. Operating system components: process management, memory management, file management, secondary storage management, networking system protection, command interpreter system. The operating system layer. Figure 3. Operating system layers. Operating system is the basic software that controls the major operation of the computer. It is the master control program, permanently stored in memory, which interprets users' commands requesting various kinds of services such as display, print or copy a data files, list all files in a directory, or execute a particular program. It provides the link between the user, the application program and the computer hardware with a view to controlling and managing the operation of the computer. The operating system has four major functions: it coordinates and manipulates computer hardware, it organizes and manages files on a variety of storage media, it manages the function of processor, and it interfaces with user. Function of the OS: resource sharing, manages resources by ensuring proper and effective use. Provision of virtual machine, hides the hardware details from the user. Memory management, it manages the effective usage of internal memory, RAM, while running multi-programs. Protector and error handling. File management. Facilitates booting, manages multitasking, determines which application should run, in what order, and how much time should be allowed for each application before giving another application access to run. Classification of OS. This could be done based on the number of program they can handle at the same time or the number of users that can be accommodated on the system simultaneously. Hence we have single tasking and multitasking for class 1, and single user and multi-user OS for class 2. Single user OS is multitasking but can only allow only one user at a time, e.g. PC-DOS, MS-DOS, CP/M, OS/2. Multi-user OS is multitasking and at the same time multi-user. This is done when a number of computers workstation connect to a central computer so that all the other computers can use the work on the central computer, e.g. Unix, Xenix, PCMOS, Windows NT, Linux and Novell.